This is Rock Water with Speak Rock the Show. And here's a situation and a topic that disgusts me to my soul. And is dealing with domestic violence. Domestic violence doesn't matter what race you are, doesn't matter what culture you come up in. To me, that is something that is truly unacceptable. It is the most disgusting thing I think on the planet. It's especially, me being a man, especially with males beating on females. It's not acceptable if females are beating on males, but it's definitely, in my eyes, in my opinion, one of the most disgusting, vile things that can ever happen when a man puts his hands on a woman. Quite frankly, it doesn't matter to me. Some people say, "Hey, look, if you want to do that, make sure you put a ring on her finger, and then it's none of our business." I say wrong. As much as I want to respect the privacy and the sanctity of a marriage and a household, some things just can't be ignored. Because if we're going that far as a society, we're doomed to fail. We're doomed to crumble as a society. Now, here we are. We have this guy by the name of Chad Wheeler. Chad Wheeler is I would call him like a freaking vagabond, just somebody who has bumbled his way through the NFL. He's not a household name, doesn't seem to be a star, but nevertheless, he made the NFL. We're talking about a 6'7", 300 and plus pound man that allegedly, and I'm going to say allegedly because I don't have the man's health records. They say that this man is bipolar, allegedly, and he's taking medication. I call poppycock. It's interesting to me that whenever there's a situation that's just heinous and that's despicable in nature, if they can pull on the idea that somebody somehow in their past, in their lifetime, dealt with some type of behavioral health issue, that's the thing they want to put up in the forefront. And I would say that is the most disgusting thing, especially for any healthcare provider or for any journalist to go ahead and pull the behavioral health, "I'm crazy, I'm nutty as a fruitcake" card, especially when it comes to domestic violence. This is ridiculous. This is where I saw the writing on the wall. This is what happens, and we've seen it play out in the past, especially with school shootings, especially with any kind of lunatic that desires to go on a shooting spree. One of the first things they want to pull out, and I would be remiss if I did not say, majority of the times when this lunatic card or "he's nutty as a fruitcake" card is pulled out, is majority of time when it is a Caucasian male. For some reason, then that card gets pulled out. "Oh, well, he has some behavioral health mental issues." Oh, really? But it just so happens whenever it's somebody else of any other race, that card never gets pulled out quick. First thing gets pulled out is their race. So I find that very interesting. But I knew this was going to come to it was going to hit a smack dab in our face. This over dramatization, if you will, of someone taking meds for whatever reason, for whatever behavior health situation. So here is this guy, 6 foot tall, 7 inches, 300 plus pounds, beats up on a woman by the name of, I believe her name is Aaliyah Nicole, I believe her name is. Just beat her. Dislocated her arm, gave her a concussion, choked her out on more than one occasion until a consciousness. And then when she came through one time, allegedly it said that he said to her, like, "Oh, you still alive?" And this is, mind you, allegedly after he done had himself some dinner and just left her for dead. So, and this all stems from basically a police report stating that he said to her, that she made the statement that he said to her, "You need to bow down to me." And I guess when she didn't acquiesce to his ludicrous demands of bowing down, I mean, if this isn't caveman behavior, I don't know what is. She decided not to bow down. He decided to get mad. So when Chad gets mad, what does he do? He beats on women. And you know, I can go in a number of locations, in a number of areas with this. You know, from my understanding, she has some type of African American, some type of African blood running through her veins. You know, but that's neither here nor there. Wouldn't matter if you was Asian. Wouldn't matter if you was Puerto Rican. Wouldn't matter if you was Mexican. Wouldn't matter if you was Russian. Wouldn't matter what ethnicity of woman you were. Any woman does not deserve to get hands laid on them in a violent way such as that. Now, I'm just saying, I don't know where this guy is from, but obviously he's from a place where it's okay. Because now some of you might say, well, you're going a little step too far, because who said it was okay? And well, obviously he thinks it's okay. Because let's think about this. Out of all the time he's been playing football, and out of all the time that he's been taking this medication, knowing good and well that he was bipolar, if this is what he wants to believe, he had every opportunity. You can't tell me like this is the first time he ever got angry. This is the first time he ever got mad. He had every opportunity to say, you know what, I'm going to skip a day of my medication. And guess what? I'm going to use this rage and this uncontrollable urge to lay hands on people. And guess what? I'm going to do it on the football field. It's so funny to me that the same people who claim to be nutty as a fruitcake, they somehow know how to be crazy as a fox and know when to who they gonna lay hands on. Funny to me. Funny to me that you didn't take out that same type of rage on another 300-pound man on the gridiron. Things that make you go, So whatever Chad is shoveling, him and his lawyer, him and his defense attorney, because unless we hear something as if Aaliyah, she was like a mass murderer. She was coming after him with a machete. She had an AK-47, or she had some type of weapons of mass destruction back in the garage, in which she was getting ready to let loose a fury of hell that the world has never known. Unless she was doing something like that, there's no way on God's green earth that this man should be able to stand with a straight face and say that the reason why he did what he did was justified. And quite frankly, there's not an apology that this man can give that should keep him from facing the maximum penalty that any human being can face for being a coward. And yes, I said a coward, for putting his hands on a woman. Because if they can't get a hold of this and this type of behavior, I feel sorry for